Hey, what's going on, everybody? Nemesis Prime 85 coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Wave 1 of the newly released G.I. Joe Classified Series line. In this video, we will be taking a look at all 5 figures. We'll start off with Roadblock, then move on to Snake, then Destro, Duke, and then Scarlet. So, like I said, we'll start off with Roadblock. So, let's take a look at Roadblock. We'll move Snake to the middle. We'll get in here and look at everything. There you can see Roadblock on the inside. Got this nice little image there of Brother Block holding his gun. The new G.I. Joe Classified Series logo, Roadblock, Hasbro. On this side, you have some more artwork of Roadblock, and I really do wish he came with these glasses. I do believe that the newly revealed Cobra Island Roadblock does come with those glasses, so be sure to look for that. On this side, you have what I'm going to be calling the medals that these guys have. You can go to gijoe.com, and it does give you a breakdown of what all those are. Here's the first figure. And on the back, you have the amazing artwork that they are using for this line. Just awesome. So, let's get Roadblock out here and see what we're working with. And here we have Roadblock out of his box. And I gotta say, this is a great figure for this line. Like, this is just, Hasbro is doing an amazing job with these G.I. Joe figures. So, we'll get in here and look at Roadblock. There you got his face. And it's not really focusing. So we'll raise the camera up a little bit. There's his face. As you can see, it's a nicely done head sculpt. I'm getting the light. Nicely done. You got his goatee, his beard. And then you got the vest with the G.I. Joe star. Little knife sheath. You got this lion tattoo on his arm, which I'm just going to say it's a callback to when The Rock played Roadblock in Retaliation. And you got this knee pad and some more armor on his legs. Articulation on this guy, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get it to move around. There is a joint inside the neck, but on mine it's super loose and you can barely see it. It does go side to side as well. There is a butterfly joint. Doesn't give you a lot, but it helps. The arms can move out that far. It can do a full 360. There is bicep rotation. Nice double jointed elbows right there. There's a swivel at the wrist, and then you can move it out and in at the wrist. Then on the inside, there is an ab joint, so you can get him to bend over. You can see that on the gung-ho because these two do share the same upper body. There is also a joint down there on a ball that you can rock around. There are drop-down leg joints to get you to kick out the leg a little bit farther. They can move forward that far, not that far back. There is rotation at the thigh. Again, a double jointed knee. It's really stiff on mine. So you got the double jointed knee. There is rotation at the boot, some swivel, and you can move the foot down and a little bit up. So, like I said, they're knocking it out of the park with these figures. Now we'll look at everything he comes with. So, zoom out here. First thing he does come with is this little knife. See, it's nicely done, painted silver. You can get him to hold his knife, but it's tiny. So I'm just going to say it's a potato peeler because he is a cook. So, and I'm never going to be really using it, so it does go into the sheath. And that's where it's going to stay forever. And then he does come with his BFG, which, it's cool. The only thing I don't like about it is these massive prongs coming out of the front. I think if it didn't have these, it would actually look like a massive handheld turret. And it does come with a little magazine. You can see there's some blue in there, and it just slides up in there. It's not a stiff fit, but it won't come out at all. So you got the blue. Yeah. Really cool gun. And you can get Roadblock to hold this. You just want to take this side, put that in that hand, and then put this handle in this hand. And be careful with this handle. It is on a thin piece, so it does move around a lot. So just make sure you're being careful with that. And you can, like I said, get him to hold it. And that does look really cool. But for comparison, here he is with a standard Marvel Legends. Here he is with the Mark 85 Iron Man. And Roadblock is taller than Iron Man. And just because here he is with an Earthrise figure, there he is with Voyager Prime. And the Voyagers are still taller than the Classifieds. But Roadblock is a little bit bigger than everybody. He is the biggest out of Wave 1. So, that's it for Roadblock. Now, let's get Snake Eyes out here, and we'll take a look at Snake. And here is Snake Eyes, and personally, this might be my favorite figure out of Wave 1. This is just... Snake Eyes has always been one of my favorites, so this is a really cool figure. But, we get in here and look at Snake. There you can see him inside with all of his weaponry. You got this nice image there of Snake Eyes. And then you got the Classified Series logo, Snake Eyes, Hasbro. On this side, just a carryover of the box art. You can see him holding his Uzi, which comes with the Deluxe. I still don't have the Deluxe. That's shipping to me in a couple weeks. So I'll have a review on the Deluxe Snake Eyes out soon. And you got Timber. Where is Timber? I'm gonna need to just go to a store and find a little wolf to go with Snake. And then his medals on the side. And he's number 2. And then the same artwork on the back of the box. So, let's get Snake Eyes out here. And again, see what we're working with. And here we have Snake Eyes out of the box. And like I said, this is probably the best that has come out of Wave 1. Like, he stays true to the 86 cartoon, but still has a little bit of differences. But we'll get in here and look at Snake's face. Stop focusing on Roadblock. Focus on Snake. See a nice head sculpt there, Snake. I don't know how well it's shown up on camera, but there is a little red right there. And you got his sash with the grenades and a little pocket. His double belt with the Arashikage logo right there. Why are you so blurry? Come on, focus. You see his holster and a sheath for his knife, some knee pads, and some shin guards. Articulation on Snake. The head is also on a ball joint, and there is another joint at the neck right there. There is butterfly joint, but super tight on mine. The arms can do a full 360. Can move out that far. There is bicep rotation, and then he's got these little rubber bits with some more pockets. Some more double jointed elbows. Some swivel, and you can get it to move up and down. There is an ab joint, so you can get them to crunch over, and there's a ball joint at the bottom. Again, get some drop down joints right there, so you can get his leg to kick out that far, come out that far. There is some rotation down there, and these do cover up the seam, which is nice. A nice double jointed knee right there. Some swivel at the boot. Can get his feet to move down that far. And there is ankle swivel. So there you have that. And if you do not like a little sash, you can remove it. You could probably also remove the belt if you took the torso off, but I don't want to do that. So you can take it off if you want to reveal some more detail on the chest, but I do kind of like him with his grenades, so put that over. Now, looking at everything he comes with, he does come with this backpack, really nicely sculpted. You got the zippers, Some pockets, some more pockets, like really nicely sculpted in the back. You got the straps. And this can go into his back. Now, the sash does have a hole, so you can line it up like that, but the way mine was packaged, like this doesn't hang off, and it like messes up the look. So I just position this how I like how it looks, and just don't use that hole, and then just plug it in on the back. So you can have him with this backpack if you want, and this is super loose on mine, so it kind of gets him to hang back. So I probably just going to be putting that back in the box when I'm done with it. He also comes with, let's take a look at his sword. So, where is it? There it is. The sword does come with the sheath. Got the handle, the Arashikage logo, and you can remove the sword to reveal another Arashikage logo and the handle. It's really nicely done sword. And again, this does go in the sheath, and you can peg that on to the side of the backpack if you want him carrying his sword. Remove that. And we'll arm him up after we show how to store everything. Another thing he comes with is this kind of SMG type thing. You can see. This also does have a tab on it. And I can tab on the backpack. Now, so I can't find a way to store both the sword and the gun. What I've just been doing is I'll peg that on and then just put the handle over the peg and then kind of squeeze it in, and then it just holds like that. That's what I've been doing. You could probably put the peg on that through that, but I did that once and almost broke the peg off, so I'm not going to try it. But that's just what I've been doing with the gun. He does also come with a little pistol. Really cool. And then he does come with a suppressor that you can put on the pistol. And I think that's really cool. I feel like the weapons work with the deluxe one a little bit more than they do with this guy. It comes with an Uzi and then like a Beretta type thing. And you can store this in his holster. And then there's this front pocket type thing that you can put the suppressor in. That's how you store that. And then the last thing he comes with is this little knife. Got the serrated edge up top. Yeah. And then you can store this in his side sheath. So there you have him all stored up. Now we'll get him to hold everything. So we'll remove all this and get him to hold it as I smack my camera. So you can give him his sword. Get out. And it does just slide into the hand. So you can have Snake Eyes with his sword. And what I've been doing is just putting the knife upside down in this hand. I've been displaying him last couple days like that because I think that looks really cool. I can't wait to put this guy next to a Storm Shadow when he comes out, because that Storm Shadow is going to be a pretty cool figure. You can give him his gun. Just slide that in. You can have him with his gun and with his pistol, and then you can actually get the trigger finger into the trigger like that, and then put the suppressor on. There you have that. So yeah, this is a really, really cool figure. Like, I'm loving Snake. So we'll bring Roadblock back out here. Take a look at the two of them side by side. Come on, focus. There you go. And Snake Eyes is significantly shorter than Roadblock, which makes sense. because Roadblock has always been the biggest. So bring him back there. Here Snake Eyes is with a regular 6-inch Marvel Legends. And just because here he is with Prime. So we will move on to Destro now. So let's get Destro out here and get our first Cobra member into the vid. And here's Destro. And this is also one of my favorite figures because I've always been a Cobra guy. I don't know why. I've always just preferred Cobra Commander and Destro. Those have always been my favorites. So when they revealed the 3 new Cobra Commanders, like, I am really excited to make Cobra's throne room. But we'll get in here and look at Destro. Here you can see Destro on the inside with all of his stuff. And a nice image there of Destro with his little collar as the Cobra logo. You got the Classified Series logo, Destro. On this side, just a wraparound of this image of his face. And then his medals on this side. He's the third in the line. And then, you know, the same artwork on this side. So, let's get Destro out here and see what we're working with. And here we have Destro out of his box. And again, Hasbro is just, they're going crazy with this line. Like, it's just nuts how awesome these figures are. But we'll get in here and look at Destro's face. You can see, you got the silver. If you can see, there's a little pupil in his eyes. You got the necklace and the collar of the Cobra logo. And the wrist rockets, big old holster and belt, some knee pads, and then just some boots. And articulation on this guy. There is a ball joint at the top of the head, and with how he's got like the little collar, you can't really get the neck joint to move much. Like, there is a joint, but you can't really get it to move at all. There is, again, a butterfly joint. Is it just me, or is like the camera quality going yellow? It might just be me, but there is, like, I swear it's like getting yellow. It might just be my eyes, but I don't know. But there is a little butterfly joint. The arms can move up. You can do a full 360. There is bicep rotation. You can get double jointed elbow there. And then there is an up and down wrist on this side. And is it up and down on this side? Yeah, so it's just up and down on both sides. There is an ab crunch. You can look back and forward. There's a ball joint in the lower waist. Drop down, get it to kick out that far. There is rotation. And then double jointed knee. There is rotation at the boot. Some ankle pivot. Get the feet to move back to that far and up that far. So there you go. And we'll straighten them out and take a look at all of his weaponry. First thing we'll look at is his little pistol. As you can see, it's kind of like a Glock with this added bit right here and that. You can get him to hold this. Just want to put in his hand. Line up the trigger finger, and you can get him to hold his pistol. Or you can put it into his holster, like that. And I've always loved toys like these where you can take weapons in and out of the holster. I don't know why, that's always just been a really cool thing about the G.I. Joe figures. Then he comes with this kind of scoped rifle type thing. And there's no little trigger hole right there, so you can just slide it right in. And he holds it perfectly. And then there's like nowhere to store this on the figure, so he's just gonna be holding it. And then the last thing he comes with is his briefcase with the red Cobra logo right there. We got the gray for the handle and the latches. On the back, just unpainted. So, and you can actually open this up if you lift those and open it. You got some wads of cash up there, and then what I'm gonna say are just nuke codes. Then Cobra logo up there, little screen, and then a keyboard. So there you go. And he can hold this. You just gotta line it up into his hand. And he does hold his nukes. And I've just been displaying them like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So get down here. We'll bring in Roadblock. And of course, Roadblock is still a little bit taller than Destro, but not as much as, you know, Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Speaking of Snake Eyes, there it is next to Destro. He's way shorter than Destro. Which has got me wondering how tall Cobra is going to be. I'm hoping Cobra is around maybe Duke size. I wouldn't be surprised if he's shorter than Destro. But here he is with just a regular Marvel Legends. And again, just because, Earthrise Prime. So that's really all there is to Destro. So now we'll move on to Duke. So let's get Duke out here and take a look at him. And here we have the leader of the Joes. Here is Duke. We'll get in here. You can see Duke with all this stuff on the inside. This super cartoony picture there of Duke. And that's one thing I kind of don't like, is all the different artists have their different takes. So, like, this one is super unrealistic, and then you got, like, Destro's, who's super, like, detailed and nice looking. So, like, they hired a bunch of different artists to do them, and I kind of don't like that, but whatever. Then you got G.I. Joe, Duke. On this side, you have him punching Cobra, which is kind of unfortunate. And then him holding his pistol up top. His medals, number 4, the artwork. So, let's get Duke out here and see what we're working with. And here we have Duke out of his box, and this is probably the best figure to just have standing straight like this. This is a really cool figure. I'm loving this line. So we'll get in here. Look at Duke. There you got Duke. You got the scar, the hair, another sash with some pockets, little thing up top, the belt, the holster, these crazy knee pads. Yeah, so articulation on this guy. Ball joint in the head and in the neck. You can do a rotation on the arm. There is the butterfly joint. Do move out that far. There is bicep rotation. The double jointed elbow. This hand does go up and down, and I do believe, yeah, this hand does have the inward rotation. There is the ab crunch. I'm going to look back too. Ball joint at the waist. The belt can move to accommodate movement. You can do the drop down. The legs do kick out that far. I feel like I'm like stripping the ball joint while I'm doing that. Rotation at the thigh. Double jointed knee. Rotation at the boot, and these do cover the hinge. And then ankle pivot. I'm gonna move them far back like that. So that's really it for articulation. And just like Snake Eyes, you can take the sash off if you want. Just have him in his gear. But they're G.I. Joes. They're supposed to be all armored up. But we'll take a look at everything Duke comes with. Duke also comes with a backpack. So you got the shovel painted, but everything else on it is unpainted. You got some canteens, some more pockets. On the back, some more straps. And you can obviously store this on Duke. Like so. He does also come with his little pistol. And he can hold this. Just line up the trigger finger. that in there. You can have him holding his pistol, or you can store it in the holster. Oh, there you have that. And the joints in this, my Duke, are super tight, so he doesn't really stand straight all the time, which can be kind of annoying. Like right now, he just doesn't want to stand. Then it comes with these futuristic, like, Star Wars type binocular things. And you can get him to hold these. You can, like, get him in there and bring him up to his eyes. But it doesn't really work because you have to bend the crap out of the hands. So you could just, there's a little peg on the belt and on this. And you can just, come on. You can just put it in there and it'll be like that forever. But the last thing he comes with is what he's going to be holding, and it's his AR-15 M4 type rifle. Got a little foregrip down here. What looks to be a flip sight, so you got this for more range, but you can't flip it off and just use that sight right there. And the magazine. And you can get him to hold this, but you can't really get him to hold it like an actual rifle. Like, you can't really, well, now that I said that, I can probably get it to him, but with how, like, tall his head is, you can't really get him to bring it up to his eye. Like, when I reviewed that Captain Price for McFarland, you can get that thing in a perfect gun holding position. So, like, this one, if he's holding it to the side, you can get him to hold it like that. And if you look at it like that, that just looks really dumb. So the way I'm just having him hold it is kind of like that. And he's just going to stand there. So there you go. And there goes his backpack. Put his backpack back on. So that's really it for Duke. So we'll get Roadblock. And obviously, Roadblock is taller than Duke. No one is taller than Roadblock so far. Bring in Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes is shorter than Duke, which, I mean, it's probably accurate, but I kind of wish Snake was the same height as Duke. And then here he is with Destro. So, like, if Cobra is Duke height, it'll work, but hopefully he's just a little bit taller because he's got the helmet. And then here he is with a 6-inch. And here he is with Earthrest Prime. So that's really it, and we're nearing the end of this journey. So now we'll move on to Scarlet. So let me get out here. And we'll work on Scarlet. And here is Scarlet. So, get in here and take a look at her. Here you got her on the inside. Her artwork, the G.I. Joe logo, Scarlet on this side. Some more artwork there of Scarlet. On this side, her medals, number 5, and the artwork. So, let's get her out here and see what we're working with. So, here we have Scarlet out of her box, and if I'm being completely honest with you, this is probably the worst figure out of the line. Like, it's just, it doesn't have as much articulation as everybody else, and because of, like, these open holes at her thighs, and just, it doesn't really work for me. So, we'll stop ranting about the figure and get in and look at it. You got her head. It's got her ponytail. Moving down the figure, you got this like turtle shell pad on this arm, but not one on that arm. With the red, and then the armor, and then these like rocket boosters in the back, and the arrows. But articulation on Scarlet, top of the head is on a ball joint, and then there's one at the neck. The arms can move out that far. Do a full 360. There is a butterfly joint on the inside, but it doesn't really do much on either side. Like, it barely does anything. There is not a double jointed elbow. And then the wrist does move up and down. And it's super, super loose. We'll get into that. When we get the crossbow out here, there is a hinge up top. And then at the bottom, there is the drop down leg. Move it out that far. There is rotation, double jointed knee. Rotation at the boot. Pivot. And then you can move it back that far forward. So, yeah. We'll take a look at everything she comes with. She comes with 3 knives. So she comes with these 2. And she can obviously hold the knives. There you go. But you can store these back here. You can see these got 2 sheaths on both sides. You just put, oh gosh, don't break it. Just slide that one in. Take a second and slide that one in, and they can just hang out back there. And then it comes with this other knife, which you can also hold, but you can put it in this front sheath, which kind of looks weird with that knife just hanging out, but whatever. And then it wouldn't be Scarlet if she didn't come with her crossbow. And this does come in 2 pieces. So you've got this like Star Wars blaster, and then you plug that on, and then you got the crossbow. You got the same style of sight as a Duke. All the bolt and everything. And then you can, obviously, she can hold it on a trigger finger, put it in, and you can get her to point her crossbow. And that's what I was saying, like, just it doesn't hold it up, so it's always pointed down. Which, I mean, it looks fine, but yeah. So, you know, first, we'll bring in Duke. And obviously, Duke is taller than her. Snake Eyes is taller than her. She is the smallest out of wave 1. And then Roadblock. And last but not least, Destro. So, if I'm being honest with you, this line's awesome. Like, this is one of the best toy lines Hasbro has ever put out. Like, they're loaded with articulation, super nicely painted, and just, these are great figures. Even if you're not a G.I. Joe fan, you would love these figures. So, that's really all there is to it. That was a journey. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. The 1K special is close. I finished it the other day. I'm just waiting to get some more materials to stiffen up the joints. I got Roadblock and Scarlet from Rogue Toys, and then I got the rest of them off Amazon. You can get them off Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon, or you can check your Walmarts and Targets. So, let me know if there's anything else you would like me to review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.